Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of highlight viewer submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Joining me here, match number one, I should say, of the day, is going to be on Whispers of Gold. The blue Terran, already sending out more SCVs than usual. Here it is. Night, or Night, as I might like to pronounce it. And their opponent, a red Zerg player on the other side with a double extractor trick I saw. It is Serral. Quality. Original name, I suppose. Ironic, yes, indeed. As well as the very original idea of a proxy 2-Rex. Okay. Check out this sick build, Indigos. We got some aggression on the menu. The Overlord, I don't think he spots it, but there's a drone over here. There's a drone. There was a drone over here. Oh, okay. I see now. I follow now. I get it. Alright, so we got just a little bit of aggression on both sides. Drone actually gets one of the SCVs. Helpful, but not helpful enough because, of course, there were two here going to finish off that barracks construction. Now, do you know? You don't actually know about this, so this is going to get really awkward in about a minute, I would say. Drone really pushing the limits of what it's able to do at this point. Now, I think it's time to just head home. This is going to be a 2-Rex Reaper move from the Terran up against the proxy hatch play. What will the hatch choice be? Doesn't look like it's going to be roaches. I'm guessing Zerglings? Maybe Spinecrawler, wouldn't that be fun? Proxy hatch Spinecrawler in the main base. So far still undetected. The creep. Him, dear Terran. Oh, they know. They see it. They see the creep. Now they're like, what? The Reaper's on the other side of the map. Moving up into the main base here, they're going to spot the couple of spine crawlers and start to think, oh, this is awkward. I go, yes, this is very awkward. So far, it's Zerglings and a Queen coming from that proxy hatch. Still just Zerglings and a Queen. I'd love to see a drone for a spine crawler. I think that would be quite nice to see. Reapers on the other side, a little bit of a micro dance going on. Looks like they can find a bit of a sweet spot here. If they can actually get to the back there, they could tag some of the drones, get the Zerglings, but you're going to probably need more Reapers. I love the commitment. Just add on the third barracks, because why not? Oh my gosh, there is a drone. It wasn't made here. He flew, hovered. He hovered his way all the way up here to make a spine crawler at the proxy hatch. And we're both just kind of at a standstill right now. Why not bring the Reapers home and just smoke this proxy hatch? Gosh. They both have just silently agreed, apparently committed, because there hasn't really been any text, any chatting it up. They both just silently agreed to have a rather absurd, aggressive match. This is exactly what I was thinking. There's a bit of a sweet spot back here. The spines aren't going to be able to touch you, and there's just not enough Zerglings to actually challenge this. The hold position, I think, might actually be hurting you a little bit. The SCV's in peril. The Zerglings make their move. The command center's lifted off, of course. Another great reason why you don't really do this move versus a Terran, because they're just gonna fly somewhere else. But I suppose if you kill off all the SCVs, that's a pretty big deal. That's a good move. The production tab, understandably lacking here. I'm gonna switch over to units because it's a bit more involved. We've got 3 SCVs left on the map, and 2 of them are here, panic-stricken at the hands of a Queen. 7 Reapers still active on the map. 4 of them, looks like in the back of the base, took care of a lot of the drones. Who's actually doing better right now? Like, yes, okay, the Zerg is still mining, but they've also, their hatchery's in danger, and the hatchery, I know, it's hard to believe it, guys. It actually doesn't fly, does not have the ability to lift off, or grow legs and walk around. Wouldn't that be a nice change? Make it like the Night Elves in Warcraft 3. Let the hatchery just grow a couple legs and walk around for a little bit. I think that's what we need. Yeah, this hatchery goes down, and more Reapers come up. I don't think this is enough Zerg to actually deal with all of the Reapers. I think the Terrans got this. The Terran player just deciding to commit to the last little bit of resources on Reapers. Queen's picked off, Speedlings trying to get any semblance of connection. Not going to work out really at all, though. The battle, the dance, the GG will be called. I agree, the Terran's in a better spot right now. Getting that command center out of dodge, and the hatchery going down we see in the next minute. Explosive match. Good grief. What was 6 minutes? Holy moly, you two at each other's throats. A beautiful game, though. Thank you for the submission, friend Terran. Well done. Way to keep your cool, keep calm during that situation. Onwards now to the next match. The next match of the day shall be played on the map Amygdala. Here we have a Protoss player. The upper right corner already sending out a couple sneaky pros. Is it the theme of the day today? We have Yoshimi, Io, Shaimai. I know that one's wrong, but I wanted to try it. And their opponent also, a Protoss, a PvP with a bit of violence, I think, on the menu. It is Skiemk. Team Void. I like that portrait. Well done. Oh, perhaps not violence, actually. Oh. Not violence, but rudeness, for sure. A gas steal. Actually quite devastating, I would say, for PvP. Not something you want to have to suffer. Like being attacked. I love that, actually, Blue. You pulling the probe off to make your building, not just focusing on killing the probe. I would say well done, because you're focusing on your stuff. The gas steal hurts. Just make a zealot. Just make a zealot to deal with this, because that hurts. That's annoying. PvP, it makes a little bit of a difference this early on, just getting out, those initial stalkers. However, your opponent actually isn't really mining gas, so I guess it's not a huge deal. I take it back. Not a demand, not a mandate at this point. So the PvP, the first game we had was very cheesy. I was about to say, and PvP could be very cheesy as well. I think that we might actually get to see that. I'm going to have to maybe rescind my statement. You should have killed this probe, Blue. Blue Protoss, I think, might regret leaving this probe alive, depending on what it makes. Is the Cybercore done? Yeah, Cybercore's done. It's a proxy robo. Okay. Proxy Robo will be the choice. This is why these games were chosen together. We have cheesy violence from every player, every faction, I should say. We got the Proxy 2-Racks, and a Proxy Hatch, and a Proxy Robo. See, we're all equal in our violence towards each other. One thing we can all agree on is we should cheese the daylights out of everybody involved. It doesn't matter who you are or what you play. Great. Perfect. Equality at its finest. Thank you. A little bit of long distance mining going on here. Nexus, I think. Yeah, I mean, I applaud you for still making probes, I suppose. I guess that's a good thing. Probably want to maybe get a little bit of tech here. Kind of important to figure out what you're going to be going as far as your tech choice. I know you were a bit hamstrung by the lack of Vespine gas for the first few minutes, and since it's going to be Proxy Immortal, this is going to be really awkward in about a minute, because there's no tech for blue here. They're getting a third gate, which makes me think they were wanting to go for Blink. Yeah, going for Blink first. Yeah, that hurts a little bit. A severe lack of the map vision, not checking things around here, gonna wind up being a bit of a pain point. A proxy, or not a proxy, a Stargate would shut this down pretty easily, and I know one reason, to go for that Stargate opener in PvP, you get an Oracle out, get a bit of vision, can go for Void Ray to deal with some things like this. The Stalker count should be in favor. Oh no, actually, they'll just be tying it up. This is a 3-gate robo play. I see that, and a full wall on the ground. Blue, I think, just now finding out what is going on with this map. Saw the full wall at the natural, saw no base, and suddenly there's Immortals at the front door. This is about to be very uncomfortable here. Not without possibility, though. They can still get things done. I would slap down another battery, I think. Maybe 2 at this point. See, cut the probe production. You do not need probes right now. This is not the time to be making probes. Throw down another gate for all I care. Stargate, Robo, something. And anything you needed. This is a panic moment. Okay, you saw your opponent is committed to this. Your front battery is out of energy, and there are 2 Immortals that are looking positively intimidating. It's time to call somebody. And you're not going to be able to call the Ghostbusters because they're still here. They only deal with them after they're gone, so it's not going to be a huge help. The Immortals, well, at least the Stalker count is relatively low. One thing I will point out that Blue has grossly in their favor is the workers, the second base at its core. The economy is substantially stronger for Blue, so as long as Blue stays alive, and just delays this push, they'll be fine. With no battery overcharge, I'm kind of surprised that Red hasn't committed to this yet. Blink's about to come online. Blink will probably be a pretty big help for the Blue. The Observer's helping out, just giving a little bit of vision. Red, oh my gosh, the production. Like, make another Immortal. Make a Prism. Warp in a few Zealots up here. Really? You both? Nobody's... Oh my word, it hurts. Oh, good couple of force fields. They're snagging a few of the Stalkers. Every unit that Red bleeds off is devastating, because Red was supposed to be committing to an attack. They're now down in the gateways, 4-3 there, with a 5th one coming up. Charge is coming online too, about halfway down. I would chrono that sucker, but apparently you're already using your chronos on things, so well done. No energy for that. Red finally decides to reluctantly slap down a second base. I'm gonna guess this was probably a choice that they said, oh, I guess I have to do this. They looked at how much money they had after not producing anything. This Robo has been decorative for at least a couple of minutes now, which is not good, I would say. As the proxy Robo player, you're supposed to be gathering an army very quickly, pressing that advantage. Instead, we have sat outside the front door of Blue Protoss here, looking intimidating, looking scary for like 5 minutes now without actually doing any damage. Did charge complete? Oh my god, charge is done. The commitment to an attack. I see a depth shading into the main base, but I don't think this is going to matter. Blue just flatlines this army. The army supply was in their advantage. The Immortals no longer going to get anything done. Stalkers can blink freely. The Adepts up in the main base are dealt with by the Zealots. It's over. Get out of here with your proxy Robo disaster, is what I would call that. You got 2 Immortals out and was afraid to use them. Come on here. And Blue, risk-taking Protoss. They're getting a lot of gateways. I can understand the blink opener. That is the the standard, what we would do on paper, but oh my gosh, it's scary. I would have a hard time keeping myself from just slapping down a Stargate and trying to get a Void Ray out to cause a bit of havoc. Send something across the other side of the map, that's another great option too. You squeeze out a Prism or a Void Ray or an Oracle. All of the above. Nonetheless, thank you for the submission. A great game. Again, aggressive matches on the menu today. That is not all, though, for today. I have one more on the menu. Bit of a special one to close things out today. It's a mono battle here. All right. Team number 1 here, the bottom left corner, shall have a dark green Protoss. It is Party Leader. Perfect name. Their orange Terran ally, it is Timbo. Their teal Tal'Darim Protoss, the Teal Darim, I shall call it. It is Skiemk. I don't know why it says Dash Brutal. Apparently Skiemk's a bit stronger than everybody else. And closing out team number 1 here, the purple Zerg, it is Speedy Rogue. And team number 2 here, the upper right corner, starting with a red Zerg player, it is Just Thet Ip. You will not get me, fine sir. Their green Protoss ally, it is Occam's Razor. Dark gray Terran, beautiful color, it is Masio PL. Oh good, okay, we also have a Dash Brutal on the other side, so it evens out, I suppose. And wrapping it all up, the final player in this 4v4 match, it is the Violet Protoss. Me. Oh gosh, I'm Dash Brutal? Whoa, I didn't feel Dash Brutal during that game. I remember this match. I did not, wouldn't have described myself as Dash Brutal, I suppose. This is a mono battle, yes, gents, ladies. For those unfamiliar, a mono battle is a chaotic, usually 4v4 match where each player is only allowed to build one type of combat unit. So for example, at the start of the match, everybody's given their unit. You might be playing Protoss, and your chosen unit is Phoenix, for example. So you can now only build probes and phoenixes or phoenixi for the entire match. I'm guessing green got something related to Dark Templar because we have a Dark Shrine on the way. This was a little more unusual of a mod, I want to say, because this one involved co-op or campaign units as well. It's not just the standard ladder. So for example, we see purple here is building roaches, but those with a keen eye from the Zerg campaign might recognize that roach is not the standard roach. No, this bad boy looks a little amped up here. I believe this is the Corpser roach, which has the unique ability to implant like baby roaches in its attack, so if it kills a unit, that unit will then spawn 2 baby roaches to help out the Corpser roach. Very gross, I know, very graphic, but apparently somebody thought it was a good idea. I'm keen to remember what each person has in this. So we've established the Corpser roaches already. Up against red appears to have the other type of roach, the purple crystal and claw side. Users will recognize that as the Vile roach, which has the ability to slow down the movement and attack speeds of things that it strikes. See, the non-Vile roaches get massively slowed upon being attacked, so I'm going to say that's a pretty strong deal. I think the Vile roaches would be winning most of the engagements with that. We also have a Thor, which is going to tip the scales pretty handily, I think, for exactly that moment. Team number 2's units are coming online. We see Thors for the dark gray. It looks like Phoenix for the violet Protoss player there. And green, I saw it in combat there. I don't know where it went Dark Archon, or Darkon, if you will, yes. Bit of combat here going on. It seems team number 1, the first player to really come online, was this Roach player. The other units, we don't have anything for Orange yet. They are building, though. They're currently in progress. It's a Predator. Oof, which those of you from the Wings of Liberty campaign, I'm sure, remember that. Teal Tal'Darim over here is currently constructing Wrathwalkers. The scary Tal'Darim Colossi, as Phoenix enter their mineral line, have to deal with that. The Wrathwalkers can shoot air. A big difference between them and normal Colossi, but they can only strike one target at a time. Long range. Yeah. Oh, very long range, but not long vision, I suppose. That leaves the other green is making motherships. Yes, you heard me, motherships, plural. If you get mothership in this mode, you get to build more than one, because they would be really unfair if you could only make one unit for the entire match. So, we're liable to see multiple motherships take the field in this one. We've gotten everybody's units established now. We can start to see how they actually use them. Red appears to be gathering a pretty decent mass of roaches, but the Tunneling Claws has come online for team number 1's Corpser roaches. And it would appear that team number 2 completely forgot that detection exists. Overseer finally gets to the front line here. Confusion applied to those Corpser roaches, who are vastly outnumbered and outgunned at this point. Corpser roaches, they're getting a little bit of damage. They're being a nuisance, annoying for team number 2 at this point, but nothing too serious. Wrathwalkers take a shot at a couple of the Phoenix, angering the Phoenix Cloud, which will deal with the Wrathwalkers easily, I'll say, but not without losses. Now these Phoenix, I don't believe, yeah, the Phoenix were mine. They weren't normal Phoenix, so these were Artanis co-op Phoenixes, which, of course, me giving me a co-op unit, I'm like, the heck is this? How do I use this thing? Turns out they just get double Graviton Beam, can lift up 2 things at once, which is, I'll say, very broken, very overpowered. The Tal'Darim Death Fleet shows itself, but they can't attack. Because it's a Monobattle, you're only allowed to attack with your chosen unit, so the mothership will just stare angrily, maybe use some harsh language up against the roaches of red here, who is putting in some serious work. Green looks like just mind-controlled, but they can't attack each other. Mind-controlled the Voider, it still can't do anything. Good grief. Phoenix picking up a line of probes is actually quite satisfying to see here. Predators hit the field here. Not able to deal with the Roach Phoenix combo just yet. Where's the rest of them? Where are the Thors here? The Thors are still being amassed at home. No, not a commitment to the engagement just yet, but we'll see. Maybe they'll get here soon enough. Phoenix appear to be occupying the area outside. The roaches doing their thing. Command center will be lifted. Always a good thing to see. Excellent. Save it, because of course roaches no longer and not able to shoot up at any point, really. They cannot deal with those air units that well. Are the Phoenix the only air units? I think so. Wrathwalkers trying their hardest. Oh, they get slowed by the roaches too. The vile roaches really making it difficult. We have motherships here. I'll say I didn't see the other air units, but we have 3 motherships on the deck already here. A couple players already tapping out. The roaches trying to get their way up the high ground here. Time warp gonna help out. A 4th mothership actually shows up. Look at that attack, good grief. The mothership attack holding strong, keeping the ramp secured. The roaches will have a bit of a tough time. I think it's going to be up to either the Phoenix or the Thors to deal with the motherships. Yes, motherships. There's 4 currently. There's 2 more on the way though. 6 mama ships here to help out. Dark Archons. I don't believe they're able to mind control the Mothership, because Mothership, of course, being the heroic super unit it is, has the immunity tags applied to it. Thors have finally shown themselves, joined the fray in their anti-air splash mode. The Phoenix Thor gonna commit. The Mothership sitting on top of the Thors for some reason. I'm not too sure about that one, but they will all be depleted, and the game shall end with that. A beautiful little chaotic absurdity there. If you enjoyed this, if you'd like to see more of these absurd and strange matches that I occasionally take part in with the community, let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.